Another way to improve our performance in terms of our KPIs is to implement lean production. We'll call that strategy number 6, Reactive Change Strategy 6, which was in our group to do with changing the operation system. So what is that about? Well, if we go back to earlier in the year, it's a very big topic. It's when we did operations, and we sort of said lean production had 5 sort of main principles. I mean, every textbook's different, but if we could boil it down, we would say it was these 5 things. We've got a pull system or just-in-time system of inventory management. So we determine how much customers need and then order that amount of stock. It's sort of the customer demand pulls the materials through operations, and that's instead of buying a whole bunch of stuff and waiting for customers to ask for it. We do it the exact opposite way. We also said there's one piece flow. That is where we kind of try and complete a product in full before the next one is started. So that's kind of the opposite of mass production, where we just start filling all those Coke bottles all at once, and then we put the lids on all at once, and then we put the labels on. Here we want to try and finish as many things in full, because that means we can then ship it out to customers, and it minimizes the large inventory of partly finished products being on hand. So we're going to use up less time and space. It also had the principle of zero defects. So we use our quality measures that we focused on, quality assurance, quality control, and we're continually improving to make sure there's maybe not 0 defects, but as few as humanly possible. We then had Jidoka, so that was automation, but it wasn't completely replacing humans. It was automation with a human touch, and it's helping humans identify, using robots, computers, technology, etc., to identify errors, but then making sure the operation system doesn't stop and cause waste. So if it does, we can use machines to investigate it, identify the cause, and we can fix it. Lastly, we had the principle of tact. We said it involves determining roughly the time it takes to produce a unit, not just the actual starting of production, but how long to order all the parts, how long to, once it's finished, deliver it to the customer. And then that should roughly match the average time it takes customers to buy a unit. And that way, if customers are buying them at the same rate that we're making them, we don't have to store them. That's a continuous workflow. So that was the topic. What we're interested in this topic is, if we get to the end of last year, and here's our KPIs, we're trying to improve our performance this year, which particular KPIs could be improved by using lean production. And it could improve all of them, but I'm going to focus on these 3. I would argue it's going to improve, lean production is going to improve our net profit, our rate of productivity growth, and our level of waste the most. And that's because, first of all, it's going to remove all waste in the operation system. Anything that's any materials, time and labor, we're not going to waste it anymore. Now, if we do that, we'll save money and make a bigger net profit. That will increase our efficiency, and therefore it will lower our costs. So by definition, if we use less inputs, we're reducing waste, we're increasing productivity, and if we can do that to lower costs, well then we can increase our net profit.